All set? Good evening. My name is Mary Maslowski. I'm the chair of the Historic District and Historical Commission here in the town of Harwich, calling to order the meeting for Wednesday, May 18th, 2022, at 6 p.m. here at Town Hall, 732 Main Street in the small hearing room. I will start with just a notice that if anyone is choosing to audio or video record this meeting, we ask that you notify the chair at this time. Seeing none, then we will start with a roll call.
Bob Doan.
Brendan Lowney.
Lynn Zalisak.
Julie Eldridge.
All right, then we'll call to order the first matter this evening. It's a public hearing for HH 2022-6, John Doherty, owner, who has filed a notice of intent for a partial demolition of a single-family residence to remove the rear section of the house and the detached garage. The home is over 100 years old, according to the town's historic property inventory list. The subject property is 98 Chase Street, map 11, parcel S7-1.
Okay, hold, I need to recuse myself.
Okay. So Patty, if you can note, thank you. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
So just for the record, because of the recusal and the lack of other individuals, you will need a unanimous vote for votes this evening.
Okay.
If we
Okay.
continue forward at this point, we don't have, we have a couple of members that haven't attended recently, so.
Okay, well,
This is
I can go forward, I think, and
All right.
make a presentation and see
Just
what...
want to make you aware of that
Yep.
to
No, I
start.
understand, yeah.
Okay, please introduce yourself for the record.
For the record, my name is Tom Moore with Thomas Moore Design Company, representing John Doherty.
Thank you very much.
This project is, the front section of this house, which is going to remain, is an 1800s little Gambrel-style house. There was an addition that was put on, I'm not sure exactly the date, but I believe it was probably 60s or 70s. And that's the section that we're going to remove and rebuild, along with the existing garage, which is right on the property line. We're going to be removing that and rebuilding that part of the structure itself, too. You have the plans there before you. The back section, the new section, is going to have white cedar shingle siding, asphalt roof, Anderson type of windows. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
All right. So, going forward, Mr. Dillon, would you like to start?
Sure. So are you removing that chimney at the same time?
The chimney, let me see. The existing chimney
Yeah. It's kind of like,
on the back of the house?
yeah, it's on the back. I'm not sure what it really belongs to, whether it's the addition or the old, I think it's, I can't tell which.
The intent, as it's shown there on the existing, on the proposed house, so we're intending to keep it.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. The only other, I really don't have any other comments. It's, I appreciate that you're keeping the front part. That Gabriel style is a little rare, so it's kind of a unique thing. And the addition's going to be out back. It's not going to be seen too much, and so I don't think
Correct.
that's an issue at all. And the garage to me is non-significant, so I don't see personally any issue with this project.
All right. Lynn, do you have any questions or comments?
It appears from the plans that the addition from the back can actually be seen over the original house.
It is a little bit taller than the original house, because the original house is really narrow, so the addition will be, but it is back from the building itself, from the front section of the building, so it'll be behind the existing house, but it's probably about three feet roughly higher than the existing house.
That was my big question.
Tom, could you speak to that, maybe to explain to people who hear this come up a lot, where the ridges aren't always the same? I mean, I understand that you need the extra height to make 8-foot ceilings work or what have you. Is that one of the reasons why you always go a little bit higher on the ridge?
The reason we went higher on the ridge here was to get the headroom, because the main purpose of this addition was to pick up space on the second floor. They have a couple bedrooms down on the first floor. It's kind of a chopped up floor plan, and they wanted an open floor plan on the first floor, and and putting 2 bedrooms upstairs. So that's where we get the little extra height that we needed, for those for that space up there. The existing roof that's there right now, it's a very low pitch on the rear of the house. It's probably a 7 or an 8 pitch on the roof, so it doesn't give us the height to get that space up there.
Also,
All right. I didn't have any questions. I do appreciate as well the fact that you're maintaining the front of the building, and I'm not too concerned that we're going to see a little bit of the back, because you're at least maintaining that front historic edge of the property. Are there any anything in particular that this board would like to see done that isn't proposed? Are we good with the plans as referenced?
With the plans.
Okay, then the chair would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved?
Second.
So motion's been made by Mr. Doan and seconded by Lynn Zalasek to close the public hearing.
Excuse me, did you ask for public input?
Oh, my goodness, I did not. Thank you. Is there anybody wishing to speak on the matter? Hearing none. Thank you, Bob. Then we have a motion and a second to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. So then the chair would entertain a motion on the application, and I would call your attention to the proposed findings and the proposed decision, if anyone would like to make a motion in accordance with that. I think the easiest would be to read the conditions and
Right.
And go through question by question.
Right. Do you want to do it?
do you want me
Would
to
like
do I try it again? I'll try it again. It's the last time I failed, so I'll try it this
You
time.
know you didn't.
Motion to approve case number HH2022-6 with a filing date of 4/18/2022. Date of hearing is 5/18/2022. Property address is 98 Chase Street, map 11, parcel S7-1. Owner John Doherty. BCRD recording information is 811271.
1-8.
I'm sorry, 811271.
1-8-1-2. Yep.
The building is at least 100 years older.
Mhm.
Demolition proposed is partial. Historical significance. I think in this case we'll have possess particular architectural value, significance as representative of a recognized architectural style over that period.
Actually, I don't think there is any,
You want
because the parts being demolished is not of historic significance to us or
Right.
architectural.
So
So I
let's
think
say-
it would be just in the notes.
Right,
that-
so, well, we have an option here to do
Yeah.
building is not historically
Oh,
significant.
I didn't
So
see
there is a
that.
box to check off.
Yeah,
Is it on the inventory list?
It is on
yeah.
So,
Right, so you
so
have-
I think because it's on the inventory list,
Mm-hmm.
you can say that it's on the
Yeah, you could say it is, but
it
then
is,
you
but
can
then
make
it's
in the
not
notes.
historically, right.
Yeah,
To
Right, so,
Bob's
so
point.
back to 9,
yeah.
listed on the town's historical property inventory,
Mhm.
and the building is not significant. Number 10.
Do you want to list the
No,
reasons
no,
why?
No, no.
No, I think Bob was right before I
So-
piped in,
Yeah,
that if you just say that the building is not historically significant and give your reasons why, because the part being demolished isn't historically significant.
okay, so the building is not historically significant because of the part that's being demoed doesn't apply. Number 10, proposed demolition would not destroy, substantially diminish the historic value. Determination, no demolition delay period imposed. And conditions, there are none.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you for bearing with me as we work through. Yes. Yes, please, thank you.
So most likely, we're always gonna hit that box.
Correct.
Right.
So, yeah, so
So I
I think
missed
you're right. No, but I think you're right still, that this is really because it's all part of 9, right?
Correct, yeah.
So you could say this despite,
Mhm.
despite it.
Doesn't apply.
Right, right, right.
Rick Cahoon?
Hi, Lynn.
Hey,
Gosh.
are they shy? Is there anybody coming in with you? Oh,
Oh, you went to get
Julie is
Julie,
coming.
so that we had our 5. So let it be noted that Julie Eldridge has rejoined the meeting after her recusal. So, we will open the next matter on our agenda, which is a public hearing for HH 2022-7. It's Samuel Patel, owner, who has applied for a certificate of appropriateness to alter a building or structure in the Harwich Center Historic District. The subject property is 715 Main Street, map 41, parcel D7. Good evening.
Madam Chairman,
Yes.
Chairperson, I guess. As for the record, my name is Howard Cahoon. I'm losing my voice, so I won't speak too long. That's the good news. I want to apologize. We'd like to move to continue this to your next meeting or whenever it's convenient. I just called my clients to ask them where they were. He said, I'm off Cape. I said, why are you off Cape? Anyway, he thinks it's tomorrow night.
That's fine.
And
So,
we have an engineer coming and all the plans and so forth and
perfect.
okay.
everything. So I'd like to, go ahead.
Patty, what's our next meeting?
A continuance form this time.
Okay,
June, I want to say June 15th would be the next meeting,
so,
unless you want to do it first.
yep, so without, if that's our next meeting, does everybody think they're available?
Oh, wait a minute.
You're not.
Wait a minute. Let me
So-
just check. I may not be either.
I'm not going anywhere for the next few months, so I'm
Okay.
available anytime.
It's just important to us before we select the
Yes.
date, because we're at brief numbers.
You want to go find out the exact date?
Yes, please,
I am available the 15th.
you are. So I would say on the 15th, there will only be 4 people available. I would certainly entertain a special meeting if people would be available to do that either a week later or a week before, if that's,
And
if
of course,
that's,
we have the 2 matters, so, right,
The 2 different, yeah.
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be gone until June
We,
30th.
okay, so,
The week before, too?
I'm gone the
Yeah, okay.
9th to the 30th.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
all right.
The week before, I may have a problem on the Wednesday.
June 15th is the next meeting.
Okay, would your client be able to make, the July meeting?
Absolutely. We'll make it in any meeting you determine.
So we have a,
I,
The July meeting.
so we have a continuation form that would just ask you to sign. And
so the problem is we can't get here any sooner because there's questions about people that might be here and so forth. Yeah, okay,
So-
well, that-
So just.
we need everybody.
You need 4 for approval.
Yeah, okay.
We're a board of 5 right at this moment, and, so
It's our fault. We're not here tonight.
no, I'm just saying, we could go forward on the 15th if you're okay with,
There's 4.
because you said you were okay?
Definitely okay.
So if there's just 4, but you would need unanimous, so you can, that's your choice if you want to
I think
continue.
we'd like to go. 'Cause-
The 15th,
You want
yeah.
to try the 15th?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can entertain a motion to continue public hearing HH 2022-7 for 715 Main Street, map 41, parcel D7, to June 15th, no earlier than 6 PM. So if you could give him one continuation for that one, and then
June 15th.
we're trying June 15th, yep. And then if something happens, and we can always continue
Adjust.
from then as
Yep.
well.
Exactly. And I want to apologize to any member of the public who was here thinking they could say something. Peter, I know you said you're in favor, right?
I'm still in favor.
Okay.
So
Put that down. He may not come the next time.
So do we have is somebody willing to make that motion?
No, just sign it.
You can say so moved.
Some of,
Yeah.
like, trying to help.
So motion's been made by Mrs. Eldridge. Is there a second?
Second.
Second's been made by Mr. Lowney. All those in favor of continuing this public hearing to June 15th, no earlier than 6 PM, say aye.
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 Any in opposition? So the motion carries. So I'm assuming we'd like to do the exact same for the next public hearing,
Next, what did you
for the
say?
next matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, okay. So then I will
Can't get them
open,
here. Go ahead.
I will open and not take testimony on the public hearing for HH 2022-8, which is Samuel Patel, owner, who has applied for a certificate of appropriateness to alter a building or structure in the Harwich Center Historic District. The subject property is 721 Main Street, map 41, parcel D5. At this time, the chair would entertain a motion to continue the public hearing to June 15th, no earlier than 6 PM.
So moved.
The motion's been made by Mr. Doan. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been seconded by Mr. Lowney. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries.
Thank you very much. Sorry for the
Thank you.
inconvenience.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good to see you. It's been, what, 40 years? Thank you.
Yep.
I remember when he parked
This
cars.
is your next packet. I gave it back to you.
518?
Yes.
I know.
I work with him now.
Been around.
There you go. Okay, so we'll regroup for the next matter, which is opening the public hearing for HH 2022-9, Jeannie Joseph, Lessee, and Pilgrim Lodge AF and AM trustees, an owner who's applied for a certificate of appropriateness to add 2 new wall signs. The subject property is 706 Main Street, which is map 41, parcel B3.
Hi,
Good evening.
how you doing?
Good, thank you for coming in
Good.
tonight. Could you introduce yourselves for the record?
Yes, I'm Charlie from Simple Signs, and I am representing Jeannie in the signage proposal.
All right.
And we're making the signs for her.
All right,
Janine
great.
Joseph, and I'd like to have the signs.
Thank you for coming in. So, we'll start. Who would like to start off? Brendan?
I mean, it looks like you're mimicking the sign next door to Odell, and it looks very similar to what's, in the center already, so, I'm fine.
Okay, Mr. Doan.
Is the sign have around the edge a 3D effect?
Yes, exactly like a Dell sign, we're
Okay.
putting that around, and it's gonna be the same size that was up there originally, because we're leaving the same bracket that was there.
Yeah, yeah,
And going off of it.
yeah. And how about the side sign? Will that have any relief or?
We
is that
could,
just
we weren't
flat?
going to, that was gonna be a flat panel. We could put a border around it.
Even just on the front, just so you have a little 3D shadow effect?
Sure.
It makes it look a little.
Sure, we can absolutely do that,
That's all.
absolutely.
And certainly we've allowed the PVC now several times, so that's okay.
Right.
Okay,
So
great,
Doesn't
thank
have to
you.
be wood.
All right.
So Lynn, do you have any questions or comments?
Looks good.
And
Yep.
Julie?
None? No, I like it.
Okay. Are there any questions from the public?
Just make sure you visit the store, it's wonderful.
Yes,
Yes, please.
It's wonderful to have the building, that storefront used.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Absolutely.
Working
So-
my butt off on it.
yeah, it looks beautiful in there, it really does.
So at this time, the chair would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Move to close the public hearing?
So a
Second.
motion's been made by Mrs. Zalasek, seconded by Mr. Doan. All those in favor of closing the public hearing?
Aye.
All right.
Any in opposition? Hearing none, motion carries unanimously. So then we would, the chair would entertain a motion on the certificate of appropriateness. And again, I believe we have a proposed decision. we're in '08, I believe. No, we're in '09. Would somebody like to take a stab at walking through the decision? I have it if you don't have it, Bob.
Is it this
It's
one?
'09,
Yeah.
HH 2022.
09?
'09, it's right here.
Yeah. I guess you'd like me to try it? No.
You don't have to?
No,
Brendan
I'd be
can-
happy
I can
to.
put Brendan
I'll
on
be
the
happy
spot this
to.
time.
Conditions.
I'm good at ruining you, the both of you, when you're in the middle of them,
It was
so.
great when you would do it, Mary.
Thanks.
Oh, it's right here. Okay, I move a finding on case number HH 2022-09, filing date 4/20/2022, date of hearing 5/18/2022, property 706 Main Street, 41-B3, owner Pilgrim Lodge AF and AMTR, trustee, applicant Jeannie Joseph, BCRD recording information 20120, application type, certificate of appropriateness?
Correct.
Okay, check that off. Description of pros, construction alteration, two new signs as proposed, to be mounted, one on the front off existing bracket and the second on the side wall.
And I would suggest if you're asking for relief that you add that in. If you ask for the.
Oh, yes, and both signs will have some form of relief around the outside edge. Okay, there's a list of plans, materials. Oh, do I have to list the
I would say you could list the application materials if you like,
application? Material?
and I would list what you said in 8 as well.
Listed on, in under 8. Yeah, yeah. And findings of approval, certificate of appropriateness, the proposed construction alterations will be appropriate for or compatible with the preservation and protection of the historic district. Determination approved. And actually, should this be under the conditions, the
Yep.
3D the relief? Sign, both signs will have relief around edges. And that's it, I think.
Okay,
isn't it? Yep.
so motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made by Mr. Doan, seconded by Mr. Lowney. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Motion carries unanimously.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
So we'll,
Appreciate it.
we'll prepare the decision and get it to you.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Cross.
There's Chase Street.
How did I lose my? Okay,
I'll play with any of that. I'll have it ready next time.
so we don't have minutes.
I promise next time,
That's fine.
there'll be four months worth.
There's really no new business. The next matter on our agenda was the discussion and review of the draft preservation restriction for the West Harwich Schoolhouse. I will say that that is a moot point at this point because the Board of Selectmen actually picked it up and took care of that as a part of the transaction. So that would no longer be something that that we would be responsible for enforcing. Bob, did you have anything on the property study?
No, I do
I'm
not.
remiss, I owe you, but I'm past election, so I'll be good.
Yeah, no, I have nothing to report.
Okay. And anything from other commission members?
No, just, for the next meeting. I don't know how you could get me, maybe through, Messenger, but if you are short, it'll
Okay.
probably be midnight, because I will be in England.
Oh, listen, it happens. We miss meetings from time to time
Okay.
for any host of reasons, so,
We,
so
we could bring
We
you
could.
in on Facebook or.
Yep. we can Zoom you in if you want
Zoom.
to, through the app, online, so,
So there's a 6-hour difference.
Yep.
The 6th
I
of
know.
So
December.
it would be
yeah.
midnight.
yeah,
Yeah.
so that's,
If,
I will
I would
say
s-
that is strictly your call.
okay, if I am needed, if you are short, I
Okay.
will stay up.
Okay, thank you.
I'll just grab another Guinness and be happy.
We will let you know. So the only thing I would like to add and say that, even though Bob is our CPC representative, I was happy to see that the everything got approved at town meeting and, for the historic articles. And if anyone, I put it out there, if anyone has questions about CPC articles, everything is on the CPC website. So please don't hesitate to go and look. And if anybody is looking to serve on a committee and likes to volunteer, or if anyone knows somebody that they think would enjoy sitting on the Historic District and Historical Commission, please reach out to the Selectman's office or the Town Clerk's office and complete one of the volunteer forms so that you could go through the interview process with the Selectmen, because we are short, and as we can see, we need 4 to pass, and with 5 active members, that is difficult to do sometimes, because life happens, and that's okay. So,
So we're down 2?
yes, plus alternates.
Okay.
Right.
So, I don't think we've been fully stepped since I've been on
Yeah.
board, so, so to that point, if anyone was willing to volunteer, would be happy to have you.
And which one?
No, for this,
Oh, for this one.
no, truly no knowledge necessary. You can learn on the go. So, I just put that out there to the viewers as they are. Anybody have any other comments? Okay, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion's been made by Mrs. Eldridge. Is there a
Second.
second? It's been seconded by Mr. Doan. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any in opposition? Motion carries.
That could have been a 2-hour meeting there.
Oh, I
Could have
know.